evening and welcome to Apex Esports League. I'm JT and tonight we're heading into round 2 of the Pagnin Advanced Simulation Supercars Championship. And after a dramatic opener at Mid-Ohio, the championship rolls on to Donington Park for what promises to be another high-stakes battle. This Grand Prix layout offers a mix of flowing corners, elevation changes and tight braking zones, a real test of driver skill and setup balance. And tonight's event includes a 10-minute practice, 10-minute qualifying and a 40-minute race. We're set for a wet and wild session with spotty rain forecast for the afternoon. Grip will be unpredictable and drivers will have to adapt quickly to changing conditions as the track evolves lap by lap. A 40% fuel cap remains in place. Drivers will need to stop to finish out the race. After round 1 at Mid-Ohio, it's a tight start to the season with just 2 points separating the top two. Tim Mulford leads the way after a strong win in the opening round, followed closely by Joshua Horton and Stephen Banks, both showing early season pace. We're onto the wrong stream, over onto the next race. And then for last week, it was a big congratulations to Tim Mulford for taking the win in the opening round. And also on the podium, we saw Joshua Horton in P2 and Stephen Banks in P3. See if we can get some race info up. It is loading. There we go. And it's going to be a tough one with the wet conditions. Donington has a 4-kilometer classic British racing, and it's probably pretty tough for them out there in the practice at the moment with these conditions. It's the first time that we've had the wet weather in the session, so it's going to be pretty exciting to see how they're faring with the supercars. So we'll jump over trackside now because practice is underway. If you join us for the stream, jump in the chat, say hello. And we did get away a little bit later this evening as well. Some weird issues going on with iRacing. We couldn't actually get in to spectate the session, failed to run the broadcast, so actually have registered myself for the race. Seems that these sessions are missing the option to be able to spectate at this point. Currently watching Tim Mulford coming into round 2 with only a 2-point lead on the series. Going to be making it a very tough round tonight, especially in hard conditions. And see here at Donington, just for that pit exit, drivers are going to have to be very cautious. Hey Simo, thanks for jumping on the stream. Now Dave Arney making an appearance. Just seeing you back out on track. And some debut drivers as well. And Sean van der Meulen. All the best of luck tonight. Try and cast through and catch out who else we have. I'm pretty sure we've got a few. Ryan Mueller debuting us for us tonight as well. All the best of luck. And pretty tight times out there. Mulford setting a 142.4. Ryan Bunt 0.2 off the pace. Otherwise then a second out. Caleb Dawson for the third quickest time. The drivers haven't seen for a little while as well. Anthony Bismarck, Robbie Bradbury. John Gallen also. Good to have everyone back out on track. And practice done and dusted. 10 minutes to qualify now. Very British conditions with the rain. Track temperature currently 21 degrees. And they got some strong winds as well. 20 kilometres an hour winds. Probably more damp track, popping some rain in between the practice and the qualifying. Yeah, quite a big puddle there. Cooper Cotterill just had to go for it. We do have random safety car for the race as well. There's a 50% chance that the safety car could come out. It'll either be first, second or third quarters of the race. So it'll either be lap 2, 10-minute mark, or the 20-minute mark. We did see it on the 20-minute mark last week. We can see what drivers are going to be facing. Cockpit view on board with Fitzroy Beaumont in the spray. I think that was Jeff Arnold in front. See some puddles at those apexes as well. That's going to be making things interesting. We saw some marbles spewed across a couple of corners earlier. There's going to be some very, very grip out there. Hey, Simo. Check out some of the pulling on the track. Oh, a bit understeer in the wet. We should be on some timed laps now. Mulford sets the first time of 44.1. Cat jump on board for a lap around Donington. Pole is pipped with a 43.8 by Anthony Visma. It's quite a big gap for our first 2 times. 43.8 and then nearly 3.5 tenths away is Mulford's time. And then it starts to go out to nearly 8 tenths. Just a change in pole till Mulford sneaks in, shaving off Visma's time by 6 tenths. Another time climbs up into the top spots as well. Ryan Bunt, it's in the 3rd spot, 1.2 off pole time. Yeah, we got a driver we can jump on board for a lap around. On board Sean Vandermeulen, who's just taken pole in the previous lap. You can see some more drier sections of the track where the rain's settled out here. For about 22 cars out there in the session, it's dried up some lines, all right. Catches some slip. Ball in the puddle, and the apex catches Sean off guard. Probably going to bring that car in. About 0.5 rounds. Catch someone else who's close to about that position. Zachary Blasblum. A little bit wet end of the corner there, getting that power down. Go into the chicanes. Yeah, definitely Simo, commentator curse. Pretty sure he's just gone through. That was McLaren's. That's right. Melbourne hairpin. Dollards West. That's his broken up lap around the track anyway. Caleb Dawson takes pole as well. His time's going down 3 tenths away from Visma. Blasblum's come through with a tight time. Mulford's just jumped back up into P2. There's some times swapping and changing. That's with the varying weather conditions out there as well. That's quite a large track, Donington. So with the spotty rain around, there's going to be some sections of the track that could be much more wet. So it's going to be making drivers have to be really on guard. No, more changes again. Mick Clifton moves into pole. John Gallen follows behind. It's over 3 tenths away. So it's improving track conditions. They're trying to get as much how they can out of these last laps. Blasburn moves into P2. 2 tenths off Clifton's time. It was a phenomenal time that Clifton pushed through. So Victor, a very tidy line all the way through. Time is done now. Some drivers have come back into the pits. That's their session's done. It'll be final laps. Fitzroy Beaumont. Oh, Beaumont's on for a good lap as well. Moves from P6 to P3. Andrew Rushworth. Some movement. A couple spots up. Bunt has changed as well. John Gallen just moves back up into P2. Ryan Mueller. And Zachary. Still in for a chance here. Caution of contact here. Sean van der Meulen. Currently P12. Moves up to P9. Blasburn P4 up to P2. Oh, a little bit slippery for Rushworth. Not sure if he's playing with that car now. Ryan Bunt on for a time lap. I think Rushworth's lap is over and done with. He was just playing with the car. Just slide it into the pits backwards. Be cautious he doesn't cop a DQ if that's it. Sure if Bunt's going to have enough time to wrap this lap up. Rushworth is playing for the car off to the side there. Can you hear the engine? And there's the session done. I'll check out our qualify results now. Qualifying for round 2 of the Pagnin Advanced Simulation Supercars Championship at Donington Park Racing Circuit Grand Prix. Mick Clifton takes pole position, and then the grid is then set by Zachary Vlasblom, John Gallen, Ryan Mueller, Fitzroy Beaumont, Caleb Dawson, Tim Mulford, Andrew Rushworth, Sean van der Meulen, Ryan Bunt, Anthony Visma, Orlando Black, Dave Arney, Nicholas Martin, Robbie Bradbury, Cooper Cotterill, Jeff Arnold, and Jason Schooler in position 18. Then 19. Down through to 22. Excuse my name that's in there, though. We do have Jackson Frewer, Brad Hayes, and Stephanie Piccoli. We'll just have to see the countdown go all the way through, as I am registered for the session, so it's going to be waiting for myself to grid the car. We do just have one other driver waiting. So much pooling on the sides of the track. You can see the puddle's actually increasing as the cars are just sitting there stationary. They're having to cop a little bit of extra rain because I can't grid the car. It's about to go green for round 2. It's going to be a slippery start.
Green flag, green flag.
Cautious on the throttle. Some stronger starts there. I think that was Jeff Arnold that made several positions at the start there. Clifton's dropped back a couple of spots. Mueller and Vlasbom sneak up through. And the spray in the train behind as Mueller charges off already, pushing out 1 second just within the first few corners. What a wicked start in the wet for Mueller. Looks like a tidy start to the race. Appears to be no contact between drivers. Gallen trying to get out of the spray there. Have a look at Mick Clifton. Clifton having dropped back 2 spots. Gallen behind also having dropped back a spot. Looking to get on the attack here already. Mueller extending that lead by nearly another half a second. Oh no, a smash for Arnold. I think went straight into that tyre wall. He's overshot the corner. Oh, it catches a puddle. Oh, that could have gone much worse. That was rather lucky. Fortunate. Could have been much more severe. I think we can barely see what's going on here. There's so much spray. One pulling away from Visma. Had some pit stops as well. It was a jump start. A drive-through penalty potentially for Arnie. There's been a 22 journey in pit lane. Arnold's had to come in and use one of the fast repairs. He's got Frewer looking to get the nose around here. A little bit slippery at getting the power down. Bunching up going on here. Caleb Dawson trying to chase down John Gallen. Oh, there is Fitzroy Beaumont closing that nose in. Smash for Coley and Arnie. It's maybe a redress going on at the same time. He's being cautious for that car, which is a little bunged up. A bit of contact going on. Not sure if there's another party involved in this. Gap started to drop back a little bit for Mueller. That was 1.5 seconds. It's moved back down to 1 second. Yes, Simo, very clean race. For the supercars in wet conditions, and at Donington they're doing fantastic work out there. Oh, he's a good little battle forming here. John Gallon's managed to get around Mick Clifton. He's still holding on, but Caleb Dawson and Fitzroy Beaumont has closed in. Oh, he's sticking the nose up the inside of Caleb Dawson. And try and make the move for the outside. No. Coley's in the pits, as is Arnie. For the tangle they got involved in. Oh, I think there may have been a scrape, potentially. They're both trying to give heaps of room through there. Very difficult hairpin, that one. Tim Mulford catching up to this battle here as well. This is all in contention for P3. Unless John Gallen can put the boot down and start the cooler on now. An off car as well. Clifton's managed to pull away a little bit. Beaumont's still been hanging on to Dawson. Taking puddles to the side there. I think that was Brewer that took that big puddle. Swapping and changing here. Nicholas Martin to P17. Oh, there's a slide. That's Brewer. Oh, narrowly avoids them. Car was just pirouetting wherever it wanted to there. In the slick of the wet. Trying to get that. Those tyres have any traction there after being completely wet and full of gravel. Yeah, it's not going to want to turn there. Coley been in for those stops, as is Arnold. Oh, slide for Arnold, he holds the car. That 1.5 second lead picks back up again for Mueller. So Glasbom's keeping some consistent pace to be able to keep that gap. And having to make a stop and potential for safety cars.
The yellow flag is out.
In which we just have a safety car now. 10-minute mark. Drivers looking to try and mix up their pit strategies now. See, I didn't see that in the chat. Is Caleb on VR now? I'm not sure. So, spin for Piccoli. Safety car has the leader. Track temperature 22 degrees. Cloudy at the moment. Like there's rainfall. Getting a bit of sun shining through. This could be potential here for a wave around. The drivers stay out. Get their lap back. So it could be good news for Foley and Arnie. They will have to probably make their stop later on. We have full train. Lap 7. 13 minutes into the 40-minute race. The drivers. How many choose to stay out? Some choosing to stay out. Dave Arnie stayed out. Coley in the pits. Try to go for a wave around. Smart. And Jackson Brewer were on the lead lap. I think stay out on track. What their strategy is going to be for the forced stop, unless there's potential to be able to run the car out without having to take the stop. It's not compulsory to do the stop. It's just tried to be forced. To the field. So stop's done. Long stop for Coley as well. Minute 30 at the moment. Could mean doing some repairs without utilising the fast repair. We've always been very generous with unlimited fast repairs. It was always just the journey to the pits that was going to cost everyone. They do only have 2 fast repairs now, so they need to use them sparingly. If you forget to uncheck it and come in, it's just got a tiny ding on it. It will use that fast repair to completely heal the car. Oh. So, Jason Schooler had crashed and all of a sudden gets into the lead somehow, gaining 17 positions. Very interesting. We see Dave Arney get his wave around. He didn't come in. Will he be a lap down? He's still a lap down. Looks like it is. It's been more than a lap down for Arney. The safety car's lights are off. The car will return to the pits this lap. Race will be handed over to Nicholas Martin for the restart. I've been a car off of there, still shuffling the field. On the buoys for Steph on the long pit stop. Yeah, saying six. Six was the lap she come in. There's 2 stops. It's probably trying to not use a fast repair. There's been a spin for Bunt and safety. If they're going to try and get back up into position or not. Safety car just about uses the full quarter, especially on these longer tracks, a 4-kilometre track. All brought down to pace car speed. Conserving fuel. Yeah, big time. Brewer not concerned about fuel conserving here as Martin is. I was trying to look to get the heat in as well. Issues for Dave Arney. Thought he might have been going for a wave around. Not sure what the issue here is.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh, Nicholas Martin has issues with the restart. Spools up. Allows Jackson Frewer take up into the lead. Followed by Caleb Dawson and Ryan Mueller. Oh, door hit. Dawson having dramas. I think visibility here is Absolutely shocking. The spray going everywhere. There's a few door bangs. That's an off for John Gallant. Oh, and the wet grass sees the car slide into that wall. John Gallant back on track. Oh, there's some damage to the car. That's a solid hit. He tripped back to the pits. Mueller makes the move. Bit of paint traded. And Thruer hasn't pit, and he didn't seem to be conserving fuel under the caution, so probably likely be coming into the pits. Let's see what actually happened for the start with Nick Martin. We'll try and watch for a replay. Safety car in. Ah, just onto the power. Lost it straight away. Didn't even get to the control line. Very unlucky. Brewer's fallen back down to P7. Vasili's up 12 spots at the moment. Raining here, much heavier over on this side of the track. Battling Jackson Frewer, gets him in the brake, to be hard to try and pull through. Oh, try not to make contact. Nicely done. Very tidy pass by Rushworth in the wet as well. Tyres probably wouldn't be incredibly up the temp at the moment from the restart. Mueller pulls away from Mulford. 2.4 and climbing 2.5. Nearly 2.5 seconds. Put over Mulford now. I think that last lap by Mueller pushing out that gap was the fastest lap of the race of 41.64. That whole half a second over Mulford. Vandy Mullen's retired as well. Coley's just gone off. Back underway. And off for Beaumont. Comes back on in front of Clifton. There'd be a bit of pebbles being thrown here. Some dirty tyres. Be an opportunity for Clifton to pick up the spot. Ryan Bunt on the attack here. Tries to get the pass. Cotterill gets loose on the exit. Allows Bunt through. Bunt got eyes on the car ahead with Brad Hayes. Oh, big slide from Bunt. He saves the car, but he lost that momentum going through that sector. John Gallen's just decided to remove that front nose instead. He's been in for a... Actually, no, thought he'd been in to get a repair done already, but he didn't. Driver below for a long time has the pit, not him. Dave Arney's journey for the last pit, 2.5 minutes. On the attack. Nicholas Martin coming in for that forced stop now. So there wasn't potential to be able to conserve out for the race. Car of Mueller's gliding down through there, through the wet. Absolute weapon in the wet here. Lap. Ryan Mueller. Some dash and see what speed managing to pull here. Oh, a bit slippery. Short shift from the third. Jackson Frewer not yet coming in for the stop. We're only just on approach to 30 minutes. It's John Gallen. That's Dave Arney's in between. There's a lap car between Gallen and Frewer. An off track for Nicholas Martin. Covered from it quickly, might have been just a small off track. Now some pretty high numbers of some off tracks as well. I think the highest at the moment, Jackson Frewer. Drivers do only have 17 incident points before they get a drive through. Oh, a little touch. Cotterill trying to keep that car stable on the braking. overshoots. Misses marker in the spray. Just jumping the driver eye view just to see how bad that visibility was, and a perfect example as to how bad it is. And off the schooler. Nice spot to come back on there for schooler, being mindful of the marvels. Tight fight here between Orlando Black and Robbie Bradbury. Little slip. Almost had a good run about to try and put it around Bradbury, but spooled it up. So many marbles there on that section of track. Seven minutes remaining. Ryan Mueller leading the race. Pushing out nearly 3.5 seconds over P2. Reaching our top 10 is then Zachary Vlasblom. Caleb Dawson. Nick Clifton P5. We're bunching up for a while. It's starting to split out a little bit. The conditions have picked up to be quite more slippery at the moment. P6, we've got Anthony Visma, followed by Fitzroy Beaumont. Andrew Rushworth. Robbie Bradbury and Orlando Black. Girls had to bring the car in. Overshot on the box there by the look as well. Black and Bradbury still chasing here. Tightest gap we've got. Oh, right on those, a little tap. Camera well ahead of the nose of the car. As it cliffs us into Bradbury. Another gap forming here for a battle. Visma and Beaumont. Beaumont passes Visma, takes P6. Brad Hayes just picked up his position as well, getting around through for P14. These two are having a great run. Spin for Frewer. Frewer's not yet been into the pits either, and he did get up into the race lead. So he was in P2 behind Martin for the restart. Takes the lead when Martin spooled. Not yet been in for the fuel. May almost last it out. So things could definitely go on different. It's dropped down to P16, is up 3 positions on qualifying. Dawson's starting to close in on Blasblum. Caught in the puddles on the side there. Slowed the car down on that straight. Potterell's retired as well. Oh, it's Mulford. Slides. Best corner for it to happen. Fully recovered. A slide for Mulford. He just got caught in the brake. Oh no, on the strip. Oh, he probably thought he was done there. Perfectly slides into the racing line and just continues. He got very lucky there. Oh, and off for Beaumont. Car's all right, can continue to finish out these last couple of laps. Reckon they'll make on fuel. They should all make on fuel. Their pit window that they took definitely get them through the race. Yeah, threw up. Very close to probably being able to do it. Lost the box there for a second as well and overshot. Yeah, it must mean that, yeah, his very first box has come around the corner and just probably said right here. You're like, thanks, because you don't know exactly where your box is. It's usually different from the practice and the qualifying. Fair bit of spacing now, ready for the final lap. Mueller crossing the control line now with only 50 seconds on the clock. That is a white flag. Also on approach to P17. That was Jackson Fruit's just been in the pits as well. No battles going on at the moment. A brilliant race here. Ryan Mueller. Having some fun with the car as well. There's a 5.5 second gap. Ample time to be able to have a play. As long as you don't destroy the car, it'll be all fine. Asbum's just closed into Mulford. They're going to fight for it for the podium on the last few corners. Oh, touch. He's stuck on the outside. He can't turn it across. Lap traffic here. Trying to get out of this intense battle for the finish. So here's the checkered flag out for Ryan Mueller as he slides the car down pit straight. Mulford hangs on to P2. Zachary Vlasman P3. Well down. What a race. Caleb Dawson brings it back in P4. P5 Mick Clifton. Sixth for Andrew Rushworth. Fitzroy Beaumont, P7. Ryan Bunt, P8. Robbie Bradbury, P9. And Orlando Black P10. Schooler, Martin and Piccoli. Visma's in the pits. Hopefully it's the line. They're going to make us wait. So I haven't actually joined the session, since I usually spectate it. Schooler's cross. As Martin has crossed. There we are. Race complete. Our results for round 2 of the Pagnin Advanced Simulation Supercars Championship at Donington Park. Our race winner is Ryan Mueller, sitting atop of that podium in P1, and in P2 we have Tim Mulford, and P3 Zachary Vlasblom. The rest of the standings we then have Caleb Dawson, Mick Clifton, Andrew Rushworth, Fitzroy Beaumont, Ryan Bunt, Robbie Bradbury, Orlando Black, John Gallen, Jeff Arnold, Brad Hayes, Jason Schooler, Nicholas Martin, Anthony Visma, Jackson Frewer, and P18 is Dave Arney. Then for the rest of the field we then have Stephanie Piccoli, Cooper Cotterill, and Sean Vandermeulen in P21. Bring drivers in for a chat if they're not too shy. Got Tim waiting. Congratulations, Tim.
Cheers, mate. Love
Bringing in on the... Yeah, it was on and off for a fair bit, and we managed to catch a nice, good save by you. Almost thought you were going to be done at the chicane.
Mate, dead set. I'm just like, I knew.
How'd you manage to slide it on the racing line?
Well, there was no point pushing to sort of catch Mueller because it was only a 2-point difference. And I'm like, oh, okay, so I'll just hold second. I must have just got into a mind lapse and hit a puddle. And once it slid, I'm just like, oh, just hold the wheel and hope for the best.
Yeah, just perfectly lined up into the apex at the end of the chicane. So good save.
Got the slowdown and had enough gap to just hold the slowdown, so I didn't lose too much time. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah, you're getting some pressure from behind at that point.
Yeah, Zach was coming. Zach's got pace, so I knew I had to watch it. I wasn't too worried about first. There was only 2 points difference, but there's a gap between second and third, so I want to try and keep Zach behind me, but he did well.
Yeah, it did very well. We're just talking about the slide at the chicane that Mulford had when you were chasing him down those final laps. Zach?
Yeah, I think we all had a moment in that one corner there. I was like, I think we all had the case of red line fever. It was like, fuck, let's go. And oh my bad. And then it's just like, nah, because yeah, I think I clipped something on my own. I was too focused having red line fever. Then I messed it up myself. But yeah, nah, it was good fun.
Yeah, it looked like it was fun out there. Pretty challenging with the changing conditions. It got pretty wet at one stage and it dried off. Particularly at the end of the qualifying, those times started to drop off where it cleared out and got some sunshine. But it's definitely made it different when you're getting one section of the track pouring down, the other end is all dry. So
yeah, I thought I timed my quali well, but no, I missed it by about a lap or two, I think.
Yeah. You had a fantastic run out there, Ryan.
Yeah, it was pretty cruisy. Yeah, the rain made it a bit interesting, especially at the race start. It was a bit heavy going at the start, but no, it was good fun.
And you managed to get a good launch at the start of the race as well.
Yeah, I think that was my best ever start, to be honest, better than my drive starts, so I'm happy to do that for once.
Yeah, especially in the wet. You put a second gap over him just in the first couple of corners. And then, I don't think you were on front row, were you? Second, I think.
I was outside second row, P4, yeah. I believe.
Yeah, so a good dive into the front and then to push it out and nearly wrap up 6 seconds ahead, so well done.
Cheers, mate.
Did you have issues with tyre temperatures after the safety car? 'Cause it's a very long safety car period, nearly 10 minutes by the time it's done and dusted with those few laps around a long track.
The first lap they're not bad, but once you get the first lap and you're sort of sitting behind all the other cars, it's not too bad. I don't know what it was like for the guys up the front, but got a bit further back, you had a couple of cars in the front, so my tyres were good after the first one.
Yeah, tires felt good. It was just, it kept raining on and off. Like, it was heavy some laps and light the other laps, and it was making the times go up and down. But the tires did feel good at the front, having fresh air.
That's all right. Paid off for you and end up rounding out a good round, especially for your debut race with us. So congratulations with that.
Yeah, it was good. Thanks, mate.
And it'll be tricky for next week too, a little bit tighter at Barber Motorsports Park, but at least it won't be wet.
Nah, bring the rain. I love it. Fun.
Bring in the
I
storm for
agree.
every round. It does make it much more interesting though.
Yeah, it's something different driving blinds, 'cause that's what it felt like. I mean, one time I was like to the boys during the race, like, it's not about driving about what's in front of you, it's using your peripheral vision to know where you're actually going.
Yeah, that's it, trying to sense and look for those different brake markers. We saw a few come into some corners when there was a few cars all darting different lines up ahead, and the cars behind were just like, where do I go? Next thing they're looking for their brake marker and it's gone, so...
The
It
first
can-
2 or 3 laps, the spray was like I was trying to leave 3 or 4 car lengths gap to the car in front, just so you couldn't even see brake lights half the time once with the spray.
Yeah, the cars just vanish very quick. Yep, but well done for blasting it out there and showing us how it's done in the wet as well. So congratulations and all the best of luck heading into Barber Motorsports as well. But we'll hand over for the shout outs. So over to you, Ryan.
I'd like to thank everyone at PER. As usual, always got the car hooked up. I'd like to thank everyone for the good racing. You guys for putting on the fun meet. It was good to have a race in the wet. I haven't really done too many of them, but I'm keen to do more. And yeah, I'd like to thank Lake Edge, Majors Garage, One Shot Pest Management, Track Racer, 8 Rivers Photography, and our partner W Energy Drinks.
Awesome, thanks, Ryan. Over to you, Tim.
Cheers, mate. Just usual hybrid race simulations, Melbourne Hydrographics Depot, RMX Atherton, DHF Tyres, RSW Graphics, Bubbles and Balloons, and Phoenix Drive Development for all the setups, and also congrats to Ryan and Zach as well for a good race.
Awesome, cheers, Tim. And over to you, Zach.
Cheers. Thank our sponsors. So we've got the Kart Shop, Vermilion X Coaching, Hymo Setups, Supernova Motorsports, Beb Designs, Race Lab, and most importantly ourselves, Vermilion Motorsports. It's a really good environment to be a part of, and we're continuing to work together to build ourselves up. So yeah, I'm just like to thank the guys on the podium as well. Had a good tussle with Tim at the end there. That was yeah, really good fun.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Congratulations on your race tonight and all the best of luck in round 3. And maybe we get to chat to you on the podium next week.
Cheers, mate. Have a good one. See you next week.
Cheers,
Catch you then.
gents.
See you.
Thanks, mate.
And that's a wrap for round 2 of the Pagnin Advanced Simulation Supercars Championship. Congratulations to Ryan Muliff on conquering a wet Donington Park, with Tim Mulford and Zachary Vlasbom completing a hard-fought podium in tough conditions. And next week, the Pagnin Advanced Simulation Supercars Championship continues at Barber Motorsports Park in the full course. You can join us Monday at 8:05 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time for another round of close supercars action. And thanks to our sponsors and partners, Pagnin Advanced Simulation, Next Level Racing, Vive, Fanatic, Dubby, Razor, Stump Grinding, Central Coast, and Chubby Buns Burgers. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you for round 3. Good night.